Hi, I'm Nicholas Ward from Marketing Pathfinders, LLC. If you have a problem and need to get more out of your marketing, your sales, or your R&D, we can solve that problem. Let me give you some examples of what I mean by that. We are marketers who know the science. So if you have a technology that needs to be embodied in a new concept or product, or you have to take a product and optimize it for the marketplace, or you need a go-to-market strategy, or you need to extend the life of your product in market, or grow the sales, or increase the market value proposition for your product or service, we can solve those kinds of problems. Let me give you some examples of exactly what we've done for other clients. First, at the fuzzy front end of concept development, we had a client who had a variety of technologies, but no way of introducing those technologies into the marketplace. He had no direction. So what we did was take those technologies, embody them in a variety of products. Then we developed personas for a variety of different customer types. And then we developed a variety of usage environments. We took all of these elements and combined them in various ways and then illustrated them in a very direct, tangible form that allowed us to understand exactly what kinds of clients the technologies would be acceptable for and what kinds of usage situations the technology would be acceptable for in the marketplace. We then did market research on these concepts and were able to prioritize which concepts and which product technologies, which customers and which environments would be optimum for this client. And in fact, using these concept boards that you see here, the client was able to guide his corporate efforts and successfully enter the marketplace. Another thing we do quite a lot of is market segmentation. In this particular case, the client had a very good understanding of his customers and a variety of attitudes his customers had, and he understood that his product was used in a variety of ways. But the client was unable to prioritize these things. So we did an analysis that identified 5 segments that the client had never seen before. So these segments identified the intersection between the attitudes and usage of the client's product. And by seeing this illustrated in this way, by seeing this intersection illustrated, it stimulated the client's imagination even more, and he came up with even more insights about how to manage his business, not just strictly what the priorities were against the segments. A market segmentation like this can allow you to get a lot of traction in the marketplace. Another kind of market segmentation we do looks at customer choice behavior. In this particular situation, we are looking at the competitive set from the viewpoint of the customer. We know that our clients know who their competition is, but customers often have a different viewpoint of what the competitive set is or who the competition is. So when we are able to look at this gap between what our client thinks the competitive set is and what the customers think the competitive set is, well, there's opportunity there for new products as well, interestingly enough, for competitive threats, because sometimes customer sees competitive threats that the client may not have seen before. So you can get quite a lot of information and insight from managing your business by simply looking and trying to understand what your customers think the competitive set is. Another thing we do a lot of is market simulation and market modeling. In this particular case, we have a product design and pricing tool that allowed the customer to do what-if scenarios and optimize his product and price. In this particular tool, the top half shows the results of a particular simulation on market share and revenue, as well as the likely incremental gain if you make changes to prices or feature sets. The bottom half of the tool shows about a dozen or so different feature combinations that the client can manipulate, as well as a wide variety of pricing strategies that the client can manipulate to do the what-if scenarios. So using and doing those what-if scenarios, the client is able to figure out what the optimum set of features and prices are for his product. But in this particular tool, we also included competitor information. So we were able to understand how a competitor threat or a competitor, if the competitor came into the marketplace with a particular configuration or price, how that would affect our client's business. So this kind of a tool allowed the client to not only understand how to optimize his own product, but also how to respond and out-feature his competitor. In these days of information overload and data overload, clients often have a lot of data lying around that they have no idea what to do with, or they have no idea how to apply that information to their business. Because we work with data all the time, we're able to figure out or give direction on what kinds of problems can be solved with a particular data set. We can then take that data and separate the kernels from the chaff, and then with the kernels apply various analytic tools to come up with insights for action. And these actions can be things for new products, ideas for improving the P&L, or just general sales ideas for improving your business overall. So in a nutshell, what we do is cover the full spectrum of marketing activities from the fuzzy front end of concept development through extending your product's life in market. Your next step is to visit our website, marketingpathfinders.com, and there you'll find a free newsletter that you can sign up for. As well, we have contact information so that you can contact me directly, and we can begin working on your problems immediately. Thank you for visiting us today. Talk to you soon.